Get those reactions ready. The show is about to begin.
Yes. Swing and a miss.
Adam Frazier shoots it through the right side, base hit. Mountcastle drives it into center field. This will get in a run. Henderson trails it the other way. Long run back in the gap. Judge will not get there. 4-0 Orioles. 2 in the second, 2 in the third.
High drive, right center, going back Santander. Track, wall, see ya. Home run Frenchie. That's into right center field. Coming on Judge, dives and makes the play. That one is ripped into right center field. That is going to be in there for a base hit. 2-run double for Cabrera, and the Yankees have taken the lead.
Huntsman will tie the game. And Arias gets it out of the infield, gets it into the outfield, and go-ahead double in the 7th. Orioles have the lead in the opener.
Base hit, right field. Stanton scores.
Today is Friday, April 7th, 2023, and the Yankees are in Baltimore to kick off their first road trip of the season. Clark Schmidt is back on the mound and hoping for a little bit of redemption.
Well, he didn't get it.
And the Yankees are going for win number 5. My recap and your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
If you've ever thought, why is my wireless bill so high? Then let me tell you about Mint Mobile, who I'm partnering with for today's video. You might already know Mint Mobile if you've seen those funny ads from Ryan Reynolds, who's also an owner of the company. But let me quickly tell you how awesome their service is. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for as low as $15 per month, and you don't have to sacrifice any coverage, speed, or data. They're building on the nation's largest 5G network. They keep costs low because they sell direct to you online and cut out the retail stores and salespeople. All Mint Mobile plans include unlimited nationwide talk and text, plus lightning-fast 5G and free mobile hotspot. Why should you pay more for access to the same network? Be like Ryan Reynolds and use Mint Mobile. Click the link in my description to get started today. Mint Mobile, for your next call to the bullpen. How's it going, everybody? A lot of comments right now about Boone pinch hitting for Cordero, who had already hit a 3-run home run that you saw in the intro with IKF, who doesn't have any power. We'll get to that, but one of many questionable decisions today. So welcome back, everybody. I'm sorry that we can't meet on better terms. We did have Friday afternoon baseball. That's always fun. Game 1 of the series between the Yankees and the up-and-coming Baltimore Orioles. I thought it was an ugly game. I mean, it was hard fought, but there was a lot of bad pitching, bunch of wild pitches, some sloppy fielding, and as we mentioned, some questionable managerial decisions. And the Yankees dropped game 1 of the series, 7-6. Tough one. Another horrible showing for former first-round draft pick and probably future trade toss-in Clark Schmidt. We got the first Yankee home run from Franchy Cordero. Oswaldo Cabrera had a really good day. Bullpen, not so much. So we'll get to the recap in a second. But first, a reminder to tune in tonight at 8 p.m. for the weekly recap show with myself, Pete, and Frankie. We call it NYYPD. Those guys went to the stadium this week, and I'm jealous, so we're going to have story time. Also, quick roster news before we get to the recap. The Yankees outrighted Estevan Florial to AAA, which means he passed through waivers without any team picking him up for the major league minimum. I find that interesting. Tells you what other teams think of Estevan Florial. A lot of people were saying that the Yankees should trade him for a number 5 starter, but it turns out they couldn't even get a number 5 combo for him. Donaldson has not been placed on the IL yet. I think they will put him on soon. Right now, he's just a dead roster space. Johnny Brito is with the team, so when they need a fifth starter, they'll probably IL him and activate Brito. That might be tomorrow. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll find out. The main story was the pitching, or to be more specific, the lack of the pitching. The absence of any kind of pitching. Clark Schmidt's first outing of the season was only so-so. Most would say it was bad. I thought he got off to a strong start before he ran out of gas in the fourth inning. Today, he didn't waste as much time finding the showers. Putrid performance. Honestly, this guy is not a big league starter. I mean, that's becoming obvious, and this cannot be allowed to continue. If you've seen the movie Major League 2, there's this storyline where Ricky Vaughn tries to invent all these new pitches, the Eliminator and all this other stuff. And when the season starts, he gets through the order one time after dominating with it in spring training, and then he gets shelled for 5 months, ends up in the bullpen. Clark Schmidt is the epitome of life imitating art right now. He was throwing absolute pus today. Beach balls. He got off to a quick start again. 1-2-3 first inning, but the Orioles got to him for 2 runs in the second, 2 runs in the third, walks, doubles, hangers. It could have been worse if not for a great defensive play by DJ at third base, kind of snagged one and made a great throw to second to end the inning. I honestly think his cutter is too inconsistent to throw it as much as he's throwing it. He's using it like Mariano Rivera used his cutter, but it's average at best. It's an average pitch. I know the Yankees were excited about it, but it's just not that great a pitch. It's not a great pitch unless you can throw it exactly where you want every single time. Yeah, it's got some movement. Yeah, I'm sure the spin rate is great. Doesn't matter what the spin rate is if you throw it right down the middle. I'm sorry. Top 4 with 2 men on. Franchy Cordero smoked a 3-run home run to cut the lead to 4-3. That got the Yankees right back into it. His first home run as a Yankee. Look, he's a big, strong man. I'm holding out hope that whatever inspired them to sign Matt Carpenter also inspired them to sign Franchy Cordero, and maybe they can unlock something. But as we mentioned, you pinch hit for him with IKF, which is one of the dumbest decisions I've ever seen.
Don't fail me again.
Schmidt was done with 1 out in the 4th inning. Final line, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Not good. J. Mass says Schmidt's cutter might as well be a Frisbee. A Frisbee would be a nice addition. He's throwing beach balls. Top 6, Giancarlo Stanton led off the inning with a bloop single. Torres followed with a walk. And then Oswaldo Cabrera roped a line drive into the right field gap to score both runners and give the Yankees a 4-3 lead. Great piece of hitting by Oswaldo. I think he's done enough to not warrant ever sitting the bench when I probably went negative when I didn't need to. I think he's done enough to start over Aaron Hicks every day unless he can't go. Period. There's no reason ever for Hicks to start over Oswaldo unless Oswaldo's sick or tired. Period. Hamilton actually worked 2 pretty good innings today. Then he turned it over to Ron Marinaccio, who allowed a game-tying single to Adley Rutschman. Look, Adley Rutschman can play. Kid's built like a tank. Good swing. Good catcher. Swings a little hard. If he shortens his swing a little bit, he might be a guy who hits 350 because it's a beautiful stroke. Bottom 7. Orioles jumped back out ahead off of Jimmy Cordero. I thought it was another interesting Boone managerial move to go to the last man in the bullpen, a guy who you added like right before the season began, with a tie game after a day off. What are you doing? Where's Mike King? That's his role. If you lose with Mike King, you can say, well, at least we learned something about Mike King. But you go to the last man in the bullpen, and he had nothing. Threw the game away. Just bouncing balls all over. Killed the mayor's kid with a, ball in the second row that one-hopped in front of the plate. Absolutely atrocious. Top 8, Giancarlo Stanton smoked a double to lead off the inning. Gleyber Torres followed up with a base hit to make it 1st and 3rd with nobody out. Go-ahead run at the plate. Oswaldo followed up with his third hit of the game, line drive to right field, third RBI of the day. That raised his batting average to 368. Like I said, no reason ever for Hicks to play unless Oswaldo can't go. Full stop. Next batter was Jose Trevino. Yankees gave him the bunt sign, couldn't get it down, ended up lining a one-hopper right at the third baseman, Urias, who turned it into a double play. That killed the Yankees.
Double kill.
That was just an absolute knife to the heart. Peralta did a nice job out of the bullpen in the eighth to keep the game within a run. Top nine, the Yankees had a pretty good trio coming up. Volpe, LeMahieu, and Judge were the scheduled hitters. Volpe and LeMahieu both got completely dominated by Batista. Volpe had a tough day overall. Today was one of those growing pains kind of days where he just looked completely overmatched all day. But it is what it is. You gotta be patient with him. That set up a pressure moment. Judge walked, stole second, reached third on a wild pitch, another wild pitch, and then Rizzo popped out to end the game with the game on the line, tying run 90 feet away, and the Yankees dropped the first game of the series.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Lori C says patience with Volpe, and that is correct. We got to be patient with our guys. Douglas Huron says the Yankees need to put an end to the Clark Schmidt experiment. 100%. DG says they've got no marbles. I love it. Brett says Boone pinch hit for Cordero with IKF solely because there's a lefty pitching. And with an already short bench, it's unforgivable. Straight up gave away 2 at-bats with runner in scoring position later in the game because of that. Yeah, I'm not a big lefty-righty guy when a guy's swinging the bat well. Cordero's been swinging the bat pretty good. He hit that home run earlier in the game. He roped one in the gap at Yankee Stadium. Now, I get it. What's his batting average? He's hitting 300 with a 1.064. IKF 0 for 12 on the season. So, yeah, I get it. Wrong move again for Aaron Boone. I mean, that's just how it goes with him. Dr. Hitskin says, yeah, Schmidt belongs in the bullpen right now. You know, I do think it's interesting that he usually works a pretty good first inning. And if you look at his numbers out of the bullpen last year, 3.12 ERA, not bad. Really not bad at all. Parks and Young says Volpe's pressing. I believe that's the correct answer.
Correct.
Hey, look, young players press. Stone Cold says, anyone looking for Aaron Hicks? Have you seen him? I love it. Thanks for the dono. Let's see here. Matt Sheridan says, does anyone know when Rodon is coming back? We don't have an exact date, but probably right around May 1st. That would be my guess. First week of May. I wouldn't count on him too much before then. Dr. Hitskin says, give Volpe at least 100 bats and then criticize. I'd say give him more. I'd say give him 500 at bats. And we'll learn who he is. He's owed a rookie season. He's a top prospect. You don't judge a rookie after 1/5 of their first season. I want to see what he does over a full season. I want to see the full landscape of who he is as a player. I think he's a good defender. I think he's an excellent base runner. I think he's got a great swing and a good approach at the plate. I think he's a little overmatched by big league stuff so far. He's never seen a splitter like he saw today. But even DJ was overmatched by that. He hasn't seen a lot of 101, 102 mile an hour fastballs for strikes. He's going to see more of that, and he's going to see it every day. He's got to adjust. But everything that we know about this kid is that he's a guy who works hard. He's a smart kid, high baseball IQ. You got to think he's going to adjust. Let's take a look at the box score. Again, this was an ugly one. LeMahieu, 1 for 4. He's hitting 292, off to a good start. Judge, 0 for 4, down to 296. But still, look, a lot of good OPSs in the top of the lineup. Rizzo, 1 for 5, 883 OPS so far. Stanton, 2 for 4, hit the ball very hard. 850 OPS, 250 average. Last year, you saw a lot of guys hitting 200 for the first few weeks. I think you're just going to see a lot more guys hit up in the 270s to 300 this year. I just think that, eliminating the shift as much as they have, it's just going to lead to more normal batting averages. Torres, 1 for 3. He's still hitting 409. Nice job. Nice start by Gleyber Torres. Oswaldo Cabrera continues to play very well. 3 for 4, 3 RBIs and a run. Hits from both sides of the plate. I do love that the Yankees have some young up-and-coming switch hitters. Essentially, you got Cabrera, but you've also got the Martian, Jason Dominguez. I think he's going to be up by the end of the year. That's just my hypothesis, but we'll see. Cordero 1 for 1 with a walk and 3 RBIs, the big home run. IKF 0 for 2. We mentioned 0 for 12 to start the season. 0 for 4 for Volpe with 3 strikeouts, hitting 143. That's an average of 1 hit every 7 at bats. Clark Schmidt's ERA stands at 9.45, a late evening ERA, not what you want. Over 2 base runners per inning, a whip of 2.10. That is not what you want. Overall, Orioles, I thought, played pretty well, and they earned the victory. William M. says, IK garbage. We got another super chat here from Aaron L. Says, Schmidt might have a good fundamentals, but he's not a starter. Please end this Schmidt experiment. I hope he finds his stride in the pen. X-Wing Class says the O's are going to be tough this year, and I 100% agree. They will be. They have a young, up-and-coming, energetic team. They've got some good arms in the pen. I don't know if they have the starting pitching to really go too far, but they've got some guys who are going to be a pain in the ass at the plate. Santander always gives the Yankees trouble. It looks like this guy Rushman is the real deal. You got Mountcastle still on that team. Mullins, good player. Frazier is somebody, he's put up some big numbers in the past. He's a contact hitting lefty. A while back, a lot of Yankees fans wanted him, hitting 350 so far. It is. You Elvis says, Boone sucks. Tell us what you really think.
Absolutely. Hey.
William M. says, Hicks and IKF are not built for New York. Agreed.
I hardly agree.
So King may be headed to the IL, according for FG. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. FJ. I hadn't heard that. I'm not watching the post game. That's one of the downsides about doing this podcast, is that a lot of times I miss the things that happen immediately after the game and happen or get revealed during the post game show. So if something happened, then I missed it, and I apologize. We got some news. Let's see. Nope. Don't have news. We got a super chat. Brett Deutsch says Clark can't get lefties and the O's have lefties. Yeah, he struggled against lefties, and that's why he started with the cutter. But in my opinion, the cutter just isn't ready yet. It's not ready for showtime. Tony23 says, watching today's game, the commitment to win just isn't there.
Just a bit outside.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree with that. I don't think you can blame this one on the commitment to win. I think this is just a poorly managed game, and I think it was a badly pitched game. I think everybody played hard to win. I mean, this was a tight game. It was 7-6. If it was 7-1 and the Yankees never fought back at all, then I think you would have a valid point. But I'm going to go ahead and disagree for now.
Game over, man. It's game over. I gotta get out of here.
Hype Beast says all 6 runs were driven in by Franchy and Cabrera. They better be in tomorrow's lineup. 100% agree.
You gotta go, you gotta go.
Most impressive.
John Doe says IKF is fine for the bench. Hicks needs to be tossed out, and I agree. It doesn't seem like they have much faith in Hicks at all. They wouldn't even use him today. He seems mentally beat, and I think it's only a matter of time before he gets designated for assignment. Hey, a couple of things. So tonight at 8 o'clock, I'll be joined by Frankie Baseball and by Pete Simonetti to do the NYYPD weekly recap. We'll hear about all their games at Yankee Stadium they went to this week, and we'll kind of just talk through our main takeaways from the week, including today's game. But, this is a tough one. It's a tough way to start the road trip, and you just got to hope that the pitching shows up tomorrow. You can't be giving up 7 runs and expect to win. I will see you guys at 8 o'clock. Until then, see you next time.
Hey, everybody. If you've made it this far, we thank you. If you'd like to support NYY Recaps, please like and subscribe, or pay a visit to our Shopify store for some great Yankees merch.
Yes.
If you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the description. But if you're listening to the audio version of this podcast, just visit NYYRecaps.shop. If you really want to support NYY Recaps and help keep the show going year after year, join up as a member.
Join us.
It's $5, and members get their names up in lights during each post-game show. We're also on all podcast platforms, Instagram, and Twitch this year. So give us a follow if you use any of those platforms. We're expanding, and we have you to thank for making this such a great community. We'll see you next time.
It is your destiny.
Case closed.
Ball game over.
Most impressive.